remember it's quite an old flash, but it hasn't been coal canned all the time. It used to.
Lord of the Flies by William Golding holds a significant place in both society and literature as an exploration of human nature and the fragility of civilization. Published in 1954, it serves as a cautionary tale about the violence and anger within all people, specifically when societal structure and moral boundaries collapse. Its place in literature is cemented by its interesting portrayal of humanity's darker natures, giving it an important role in academic discussions on morality, leadership, and human nature.
Mr. Speaker, I call on the Conservative leader to stand in this House, take responsibility, and apologize.
The themes of division in The Lord of the Flies can be closely connected to the dynamic between Canada's Justin Trudeau and Pierre Poilievre. In the novel, the boys are split into two sections: Ralph's group, which values order, cooperation, and long-term goals, and Jack's group, which thrives on emotional appeals, fear, and power dynamics.
Pierre Poilievre's vision for this country is not the right one for Canadians.
As Prime Minister, Trudeau's leadership focuses on progressive policies and global cooperation. This aligns with Ralph's focus on collective efforts, such as maintaining the signal fire, which is a symbol of hope and long-term vision, even when these goals are difficult or unpopular. However, just like Ralph, Trudeau has faced criticism for being too idealistic or failing to address these frustrations. Leader of the opposition, Poilievre's campaign often appeals to Canadians frustrated with the norm, specifically on these issues like affordability, inflation, and government overreach. Similar to Jack, he connects with the frustrated citizens by addressing their immediate emotions and fears, offering a more direct alternative to the opposition's vision. Ralph and Jack could also be compared to the likes of the current United States President, Donald Trump, and his previous opponent, Kamala Harris. Their policies, viewed closely, resemble the tradition versus change conflict seen in Trudeau, Poilievre's, and Lord of the Flies.
In Lord of the Flies, the boys' fear of the mythical beast, a nickname they give to anything that they're scared of, leads to irrational behavior, division, and violence. Similarly, the case of Luigi Mangione, accused of murdering United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, illustrates how anger with governing bodies can drive individuals to extreme actions, resulting in societal division and violence. Mangione's alleged actions were reportedly fueled by his deep resentment towards the healthcare system, which he perceived as prioritizing profits over patient care. This perception may have led him to view violence as a justified response to systemic issues. The boys' belief in the beast ultimately manifests their internal fears, leading them to irrational actions such as the tragic killing of Simon, whom they mistake for the beast. This fear creates factions among the boys, leading to power struggles and violent confrontations. This can be compared to divisions and frustrations caused by the murder of Brian Thompson. The incident sparked debates about the ethics of health insurance practices, with some viewing Mangione's actions as those of a cold-blooded killer, while others viewing him, ironically, as a working-class hero.
We definitely know who wins Time's Sexiest Alleged Murderer of the Year. That would go to Luigi Mangione, the suspect in the shooting of the CEO of United Healthcare, who's become the hottest cold-blooded killer in America.
I think it's really terrible that some people seem to admire him, like him. That's a sickness, actually. That's really very bad, especially the way it was done. It was so bad, right in the back. It seems that there's a certain appetite for him. I don't get it.
The boys lose their individual identities as Jack's tribe adopts a group mentality. The masks they use and the rituals they do help them lose their personal responsibility, making it easier for them to justify violence and immoral acts. Examples of this are seen in their hunting chants and mob murders. This can be compared to the way that social media has become an echo chamber and a way in which people are inclined to act in trend and similar to others. Social media has helped create a mob mentality for an entire generation. People seeing a trend or a mob will often feel left out or isolated if they do not join the bandwagon, making it incredibly easy to fall into popular opinion, with the right exposure as seen in Lord of the Flies.
While observing the boys' fear of the beast, we recognize the group's fear of what they don't know or what they find unfamiliar. This is comparable to modern society's recent artificial intelligence surge. Both of these concepts create widespread fear and mistrust. People fear losing control over what they do not understand.
Overall, Lord of the Flies taps in the extremes of human nature and the lengths that people can go in states of fear, anger, or survival. The story demonstrates how quickly order can collapse when fear, power, and primal instincts take over reason and morality.
The boys becoming vile, aggressive, and immoral reveals that people begin to act extreme when societal structure disappears. Ultimately, the novel shows us the importance of one's own responsibility in maintaining order, cautioning against the destructive forces of fear and unchecked human instincts.